Welcome back to the City of Palms podcast. How we doing, everybody? Thank you for watching, viewing, listening, and subscribing. Yeah, how you doing, bro?
I'm doing alright.
Yeah, I'm continuing. I'm still chilling. I'm still at home chilling. You know what I mean? Stay at home. But that ain't stopping my grind. I've been grinding pretty hard still. I'm trying to figure out ways to make money at home.
Yeah.
Which obviously I feel like everyone's trying to do. Sound like Spud saying that, but yeah, I feel like there's a lot, bro.
Yeah, definitely there are.
Like
it's just
Facebook ads.
What's up with that?
I think that's a good way. I think that's a good way to make money. Basically, it's like investing in yourself, because all I'm saying, bro, is you're about to see a lot more City of Palms podcast ads on Facebook.
Yeah?
That's all I'm saying.
All right.
Because Facebook pays you per click. So if you're running deals on Facebook and stuff, and you got people paying you or if you got people clicking on the things that you got going on, then that's pay, and it's like an investment, bro.
Yeah, what if you got no money to put into it?
I know everyone got $1,200. D. Trump just sent out them stimmy checks.
No, a lot of people didn't, dude. I feel bad. A lot of people didn't get them.
Why wouldn't you get one?
If you didn't file taxes.
Why wouldn't you file taxes?
Because you had a job that didn't require that you were able to get away with not filing taxes.
Shitty.
Yeah. So some people were in that boat. Some people are not able to get that money. And yo, I found out just now, like just a little bit ago before starting this, that my boss isn't he's off work for a little bit.
Angela?
My boss. Yeah, dude running the show. He's like, he just called me and let me know that he asked if I could cover his shift tomorrow and probably for like the foreseeable future.
Oh wow.
So I'm like, what? Yeah, so I don't know any details or what the situation is or whatever, but I can't come in tomorrow, but I told him, I'm like, well, next week I can be the acting store manager for as long as you need. It's crazy, dude. I don't want to talk about that shit.
Well, on the note of Aldi, though, I will say, we've been getting groceries from there. Bro, I got to give a shout out to Aldi, man.
Been saying.
To Aldi's, man. Because, bro, Aldi's, first off, I said it to you earlier, but I'll tell the people listening, man. Yeah, bro, I got 4 chicken breasts, big ones, $7. At that alone at Publix, you pay about $11 to $13 for 4 skinny chicken tenderloins or 2 chicken breasts. You pay about $9 for 2 chicken breasts. And the fat alone that you'd have to cut off the ones coming from Publix is not worth it. Like, you got to cut some fat. At least I cut some fat off. I cut fat off all my meats typically, like the big nasty stuff. But, bruh, shouts out Aldi, man.
Yeah, and I just got avocados for like 60 cents, and they're not even on sale.
Wow.
60 cents. That's really good. Avocados can like get up there to like the $1 range or more,
Oh, yeah.
like Walmart.
Yeah, Vados were expensive for a little bit, bro.
Vados.
The old 80s.
Yo, I was just hanging out with my friend and her family, and she's got 4 little girls, and dude, it was so much fun. And I might even edit in little, because I got some videos on my phone of just like them playing with like face filters and just like Bro, just good times. Cause like when you're hanging out with a house full of kids under the age of 6 or whatever, or like they don't bring up the things that all these adults are bringing up. You know, they're not talking about COVID. Right? They're not talking about jobs. They're not talking about houses. All that stuff that we're stressing about. They were having a discussion with me on which ice creams were the best.
What'd you say?
What do you think I said?
You probably said cookies and cream.
That's exactly what I said.
Yeah.
And we jumped on the trampoline. That was fun.
Oh, they got a tramp?
Yeah, I jumped on. Nice. I did a backflip for the first time since hurting my knee.
No, you didn't. Nice.
I did a backflip.
Little back tuck action?
Yeah, that's the only way I wanted to do the one where I like am like more like how you do it. I was going to do that, but I was worried about like not. I was trying to jump super high so that I could like just get real high, do a little back tuck, and then have a lot of time to like be coming down to like make sure I land properly because of my knee. Because I didn't want it to be like barely enough time and like have to like kind of catch myself quickly. Because if I landed the wrong way, trampoline's very dangerous for my knee. And it was honestly kind of stupid for me to jump on it today, but I was being careful. I was making sure like my jumps were calculated and I wasn't getting too crazy. And I had like all the girls stop while I backflipped. I was like, all right, just hold on a second. Let me try this real quick. And then I did it.
Were they hyped on it?
Yeah. And then I asked them. It was so funny, dude. This one girl, I was like, hey, because they watched the podcast. And I was like, hey, what I'm going to record a podcast episode whenever I get home. What should we talk about on this week's episode? And the one girl just thanks. And she's sitting there eating. She's thinking. And she just goes, lizards. And then keeps eating.
Lizards.
And I was like, all right, bet.
Lizards are fun, dude. Remember that one time our cousin caught like, he went around our house and caught like 12 lizards in like
did he do
10 minutes. I don't know, bro. But
why did he do that?
I don't know. I was like 10 minutes later, he came in. Do you remember those cheese balls? You remember cheese balls that came in the big jug? Yeah, we had a container of that because mom like saved that kind of stuff. Costco. Yeah, bro. And he just came back. And he caught like a couple praying mantises too. I'm like, where do you even find those? You remember that?
Yeah, he would bring back some creatures that I'm just like, yo, where did you just go?
I've lived here. I've lived here 12 years at the time. Like, I've never seen a praying mantis. You walk around for 5 minutes and catch 2. Like, what?
Shit is crazy.
For
and
real.
yo, lizards are like, they're like straight up dinosaurs. You ever just look at a lizard or like an iguana?
Oh, bro. Iguanas are sus.
You had that whole story about that iguana y'all were trying to get off the work site.
Yeah. They didn't want me to talk about it. That was
wild. No, we won't talk about it. But I haven't even seen an iguana in person, I don't think. As far as like wild in like around Cape Coral.
After we caught that one at work, a bigger one came at the same job site.
No way.
Yeah, and we saw it one time, and it like slithered across like the way, and then just like booked it, and we never seen it again. But yeah, bro, lizards, they come in all types, man. I feel like a lizard is just a small land. Like you know that picture or those books, like Anamorphosis or whatever. How they're like dude. I feel like a lizard is just like a small land transformed like crocodile or alligator.
Yeah.
Them things are weird. You know how it shows like when in the dinosaur times, how it shows like that old dinosaur that looked like a crocodile.
Yeah.
Remember that one? And it like was crawling out, and it's like frame by frame picture of it like turning into like a human or something like that.
Alligators too, bro. Alligators are straight up dinosaurs. Isn't that it? Don't they say that? Alligators are one species that have been around since the...
Well, no, that's what I'm legit saying is like I think what that dinosaur I'm talking about crawled out of the water and started to live on land and became a dinosaur. Like when that guy found the ring and became Golem. It's like a slow transformation, but it happens over time.
Oh, yeah, it's exactly like that. It's exactly like Smeagol turning into Golem.
For real.
Man, you been working out?
Yeah, I've been working out.
What have you been struggling with? What have you been struggling with so far?
What do you mean?
Like, what like challenges have you been like facing with working out?
Dude, I'd just say the motivation, bro. For
'Cause
me,
it's
like,
hard to work out at home.
yeah, dude, it fucking sucks. Cause like I used to go to the gym and like you just have everything around you. Like, oh, I want to bench press here. I want to squat. And like it's all 5 feet within each other. Curls, everything.
And machines to target, like, a machine to target a muscle in your, like,
Exactly. You go
you know what I mean?
Monday to like hit legs. Tuesday you're hitting back. You know what I mean? Here.
and even further than that, when you train legs, you can, like, okay, this one is going to work this part of my quad. This exercise is going to work this part of my quad. This exercise is going to work this hamstring. You know what I mean? And now, like, at home, it's harder because there's all sorts of ways to get creative with it and stuff. But, like, in the end, if you do something like I was talking to my boss Angelo, and I was like, yo, I'm trying to, like, my quads are like muscles that I notice the biggest difference in whenever I'm like looking down at my legs after my injury. And so I'm like, yeah, Angelo, I'm trying to, cause he's into working out. I'm like, I'm trying to think of exercises to target my quads more. And then he's just like, squats, or cause I was like, cause all I'm really doing right now is like squats and lunges. And then he's like, what do you think those work out? And I was like, I know they work out my quads, but they work out everything. I mean, like, I'm talking like the leg extension machine is what I would use on my leg days. I would be on the leg extension machine for like 20 minutes, just like doing different exercises, because it would target those quad muscles in the front. You know, you use those for skateboarding like crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially the outside one, the I think IT band is what it's called. I'm trying to get those bulky as fuck, dude, because those that's like the big support of your leg.
Yeah, that's true. I know. I miss the gym days, man. I miss the gym days. So that's the hardest part probably for me, because really all I've been doing, I don't know if I specified this last episode, but I have like some dumbbells, so I've been like doing push-ups and curls and stuff, but and other things too, like squats, and just it's a good little routine thing, and I'm doing ab workouts in there too. Like it works it good, but yeah, just it's hard to find the motivation, and also for me too, I've been waking up pretty late too. Like that's another thing that I've been struggling with, is I've been staying up way later than I typically would. So like I don't go to sleep now until like 2 or 3 in the morning, just chilling, dude, and I wake up maybe even like 3 or 4 in the morning, and then I wake up at like noon, 11 or noon. Killing so bad. Hate it.
What if you you think it'd help if you set like a time to work out, like a schedule, like 8 to 10 a.m. is when like workout time. So you would know, like, in order to work out today, I need to wake up before 8. Or you could even set it later, 10 to 12.
Yeah, I mean, that's not a bad idea.
That way it's just a part of your every single day, you know? And then you could set, like, in the evening, you can set, like, okay, starting at 9 p.m., I'm going to, like, hang out with Bree until 10, and then from 10 on until I want to fall asleep, I'm going to work on, like, the computer or something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely. Yep.
Second question to follow up from last week's episode. Did you finish all the chapters of Helm yet?
No.
Did you listen to any more since our last episode? With the Unicorn Ranch?
No.
What are you doing?
I know, dude. I've been asleep. It's so many things have happened, bro, and like, yeah, I have been asleep. I need to catch up, but oh, it's so hard, bro. But yeah, I gotta make the time for it. Like I said, bro, I wake up late. Like, dude, I'm just struggling making time for everything right now.
No, I feel you. Yeah, being just stuck at home, like, it must kill, like, motivation just to be doing kind of the same thing every day.
Recently I've put all my time into learning how to produce music. 'Cause that's one thing, you know, I'm trying to work on, and yeah. So I'm on Logic Pro, messing around, and yeah, it's been a learning process, 'cause I'm trying to learn music theory too, but I don't exactly have an instrument here at the moment, so it's all just a work in progress. I do have the the software like Logic Pro, so that's working. But yeah, it's I've been putting a majority I've been putting a majority of my time into that. And still, I've been getting workouts in too. Like, not gonna say I haven't been working out, but overall, it's not obviously what I used to do, because like going to the gym is just going to the gym every day. But skating too. The one place I had to skate, I got kicked out last time I went. It was like the manager was like, "Yeah, you can't skate here." So I don't know where to skate right now.
Yeah.
So that taps. It's been tapping. I was gonna go skate tomorrow too at some point, like in the evening. You got any suggestions on where I could skate? Cause like even like San Carlos is closed. Like parks are closed. So
yeah, Three Oaks Park is closed. Let me try to think. The northern parking lot in the park, because some of those places are probably closed. Like all those restaurants in that strip and that bar that's there, those are all closed. So you could post up on that end of the parking lot.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, you still might get talked to if a cop rolls over, but I doubt they will.
Yeah,
it's just you.
I don't want to get talked to. I'd rather not. Rather not get talked to.
I mean, or a place where you could go, like, to where no one would see you. Like the dentist. Well, the dentist office might be open, so you might have to go in the evenings.
Yeah, I went there. Office. Yeah, in the evenings that might work. Yeah, I went there during the day, sometime in all this quarantine, and they were open still. I was like, damn.
Yeah. We're almost at 20 minutes, so let's take a break real quick, and then we'll pick up for part 2.
All right, sounds good.
Sound good? All right, enjoy the ads. We'll be right back.
Have you ever thought about starting your own podcast? When I was trying to get this podcast off the ground, I had a lot of questions. How do I record an episode? How do I get my show into all the apps people like to listen? How do I make money from my podcast? The answer to every one of these questions is really simple. Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing your podcast. Best of all, it's 100% free and ridiculously easy to use. And now, Anchor can match you with great sponsors who want to advertise on your podcast. That means you can get paid to podcast right away. In fact, that's what I'm doing by reading this ad. And let me tell you guys a little bit about Anchor. So, like I said, it's a one-stop shop, distributing, you put your podcast on. It couldn't be easier to use. My brother and I, when we started this podcast, we're looking around for a website. Where do we get our podcast up and running? How do we get it? Literally those exact questions. How do we get it on iTunes? How do we get it on Spotify? And I was trying to do that stuff by myself. And that's when I started looking up. And there's other ones you can use like JPod and all that. But let me tell you, Anchor, nobody's going to do it as great as Anchor. And most of all, it's free. So that's what you always do, man. That's what you love, is Anchor being free. So if you've always wanted to start a podcast, make money doing it, go to anchor.fm/start. That's anchor.fm/start to join me in the diverse community of podcasters already using Anchor. Once again, that's anchor.fm/start. I can't wait to hear your podcast.
Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed those ads. Dude, you know what I just realized I should have done before starting this episode is I should have been thawing ground turkey. Because I have some frozen. Yeah, that's... Because I got ingredients to make nachos tonight, and that sounds so fire right now. And... Excuse me. That's alright, I can probably thaw it. It's kind of late, but I can probably thaw it still, cook some before bed. That's one thing I'll say with this, like, quarantine stuff is, I saw a meme that said it best. It was like, well, after this... I guess there won't be restaurants or anything because we know how to cook now. Right. Because, like, everyone's cooking at home, you know? For real. We're eating like kings here, dude. Like, because Chris is really good at cooking. I enjoy, like, making stuff from scratch. And, we've just been cooking hella dishes. And then Kyle's been hooking it up with the sweets from Publix and, like, some ingredients from Publix that he gets on the low and whatever. Nice. Fire, dude. Fire. That's what's up. What kind of stuff y'all been making? Last night I made the bomb, like the best black bean burgers, bro. You gotta try this sometime, because it's so good, dude. No meat, and it's still fire. So, like, I take 2 cans of black beans, and I put it in a bowl, or strain them and put them in a bowl, and then I put an egg, and I put a bunch of breadcrumbs, seasoned breadcrumbs, and then I put, like, some spices and stuff, and I mash it all up. What else do I put? I think I cut up an onion in it, and then I put some minced garlic in it, too. And I, like, mash all that up and blend it up and just, like, get it into, like, a patty, or like a big ball of
Mush.
like burger basically, yeah, and then form it into patties and then fry it in a pan. They came out so good. And then Chris, while I was making them, like the first batch was already cooking in the pan, and then the next batch was waiting, and he's like, "Hey, we have flaming hot Cheetos, don't we?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "You think we could like bread chicken in that or something?" And I was like, "Yeah, that'd be pretty good." And he's like, "All right, that's an idea for tomorrow." And then I'm like, "Yeah." And I turn back around, and he goes, "Or could you put those in the burgers?" So I crushed up bags of flaming hot Cheetos and put that in with it. So I made half of them as spicy black bean burgers.
Oh, wow.
And half of them regular. And it was so good. And then I made guac last night. So this morning when I was eating, like throughout the day, I was eating the leftover black bean burgers. I had one of the spicy ones with guac on top, and then a slice of pepper jack cheese melted on it. So fucking good, like literally restaurant.
There you go, kid. There you go.
And then the last thing Chris made too. Chris made the best turkey burgers I've ever had in my entire life, because he used like a meatloaf recipe of his mom's or something like that. So he basically like spiced it and seasoned it and stuff with like the way to make a meatloaf, but he made them into turkey burger patties and then cooked them, and it was so fucking good, dude.
Nice.
I love food so much.
Yeah, dude, food's good, man.
What about you? You guys been making anything interesting?
Yeah, Bree's been baking a lot, and I've just last night I made up I cooked some white rice, and sauteed up a bunch of spinach, and then for the chicken I air fried chicken, like with breaded breadcrumbs, and like air fried it, and yeah, that came out. Oof, that was hitting good. We've had tacos a lot and been making them. We made them one time with ground chicken. That was really good. And empanadas too. We've been making empanadas.
Yeah. That one you gave me was fire, by the way.
Yeah, that one was alright.
Although I will say, it was kind of like, because it was like reheated and stuff, the outside crust was a little too crusty, but the inside was very, very good.
Yeah, that one was...
I just like ended up dipping it in hummus. The stuff that was crusty, I just like dipped it like chips in hummus. So good.
True. Yeah, it's been good. It's been good, man.
Yeah, I just drew a question randomly out of the listener question bowl just to like see if it's something we could go off of, and I think it is. This one asks, what fictional world or place would you like to visit? I want to hear your answer.
Like from a book? Or maybe?
And I'll emphasize, I guess we should focus on the fact that it says visit. So it doesn't mean like change your world into their world or whatever. It just means like a one you'd like to go see for a little bit. So that changes my answer.
Yeah, I'd like to go visit,
Because think about how many worlds we wanted to go in as kids.
I know.
We used to want to we literally would have conversations. We'd look at each other and be like, man, why can't there be Pokemon?
I know.
and I'd be like, yeah, dude, like why can't there, like we could just get gym badges and like train and like that'd be light.
I know. I'd be like, I was like, dude, I just want to catch a Bulbasaur. Like, why can't I just?
Yeah, like imagine if you could just see a Zigzagoon running by right
I
now.
know, dude. Well, I know. We used to say that. So that's crazy.
We used to have those talks.
Bro, that's so crazy. Fucking dumbass
But
kids.
what world do you think?
Me probably. I'd probably go with Hogwarts, like Harry Potter.
Dude, that might be. I'm thinking, because that's one that I'd want that to be my world. Like if like the Harry Potter world was real and stuff, that would be dope. If that was what life was like.
Yeah.
But then there's certain fandoms that like I'd like to visit, but I wouldn't necessarily want the world to be like that. Like superhero type shit. Like it might be cool to have the world like Batman, like Gotham or whatever, or just like DC Comics, you know, just make some of that stuff real, like superpowers. But then you got to think about like we're still just civilians, so we'd probably just all die whenever there's like terrorist attacks that the Avengers got to handle, or
True.
the Justice League has to handle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
so that
true.
might be one that'd be better to visit, because then you could just go meet people with superpowers and be like, whoa, this is dope.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. What about if you could change your world to like an anime? like or like how we were talking about a fantasy world. If you could change your world, and you could also pick your super or like whatever, like so you wouldn't be a Muggle. Like for instance, I would be like if you could create it, I'd live in a Harry Potter world, but I don't even need a wand, bro. I just need Todoroki's powers. Like straight up, I think it was maybe you that asked me the other day, or maybe I asked someone. I was like, wouldn't it be sick to be able to shoot fire out of this hand and ice out of this hand? Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, I asked Bree that, and I was just like, yeah, that's Todoroki. Just blasting. Fire and ice out of and I'd be living in it.
That is the dopest power. Isn't
It really is, because, like, really is, man. I was watching Incredibles 2 last night, too. Shouts out Incredibles.
Frozone?
Bro, Frozone is the man. I was like, yo. I never seen Incredibles. I didn't see the first one. But I was watching it. I was like, dude, what? This movie's dope, bro.
It is such a good movie.
It is. Yeah.
Where is my super suit?
Yeah.
You said you watched Incredibles 1?
The second one I watched. Incredibles
Oh,
2.
that one's good. I watched that one in theaters. What'd you think of it?
It was good. I fell asleep during it, so that's cool. But it was good, man. Like, from what I seen, it was good. I was like, yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know though. I don't know, cause if I could like be like, cause you know, being a Saiyan in like Dragon Ball Z world would be fucking cool, but not really, cause all you are is like super strong. You beat anybody up. That's like all it is. But like being a wizard would be awesome. There's nothing about Lord of the Rings I'd want to create. So even though that's like my favorite thing ever, there's nothing about Lord of the Rings that I'd want to be a part of.
Yeah. I mean, Lord of the Rings.
I mean, I guess it'd be cool.
It was basically real. It's just a long time ago.
Yeah, because I mean,
Very good.
except no.
Except no. You just say, yeah.
No, but it'd be cool to be someone like Legolas or like Gandalf or something like that, like have like magical powers or be an elf or some shit. But the world is just basically war. But you're right, that is pretty much just real. That's what life is, just not with swords and shields, just with nukes and stuff.
True. That's true, man.
So I don't know. I guess probably still Harry Potter. That one's got to be like the dopest one, or maybe like, I was thinking like, nah, like if Skate 3 was real, like if Skate 3 was how the world actually was.
Well, you just skate everywhere?
Yeah. To where everything is just like skateable and there's quarter pipes everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Or like a Tony Hawk game, you know? How like there's just people that are like, yo, skate rat, you got the skills to pay the bills? And then I'm like, yeah. And then there's just the boom box that's like, do 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 do. And every time it does it, you gotta do the trick. Imagine if that's just how the world functioned.
Oh, I know, right?
And then if you did all 10 tricks, you got like $1,000.
That would be awesome.
And there's just a pro skater in every corner. Rodney Mullen's just outside the fucking the fucking tropical smoothie. Yeah, doing a truck stand, and he's like, "Hey, dude, you want to learn a new trick?"
Yep. That'd be lit, dude.
Yeah, and then outside CC's Pizza, you see Mike Vallely doing some like ham plants.
CC's Pizza. I ain't heard of a CC's Pizza in years.
That shit was amazing.
It was. They still got one in Naples.
There's one in Cape Coral too, and I've like with all the events and stuff I did in Cape Coral over the past couple of months, I was like, damn, how did I sleep on the CC's that's here?
Bro, it was insane. Bro,
CC's.
how was that even? How are they still open? Like
Right?
$5?
It was like $8. Yeah, it was like less than. I think it was like $10. You'd get a drink and the unlimited like whatever buffet.
Oh wow.
$10.
Yeah, anything under 20 to get an unlimited buffet is just a deal.
And for it to be good, like I mean, granted it was shit pizza as far as like.
Oh, ass pizza.
But it tasted good. But it tasted good, you know. What was your favorite one there? Because I know mine.
Well, I really like that fucking apple pie one.
Yo, the desserts were on.
Yeah, the dessert pizzas were like out of the world.
They did pizza place desserts very well.
Yeah.
You know, because they had that apple pie, that apple crumble pizza that was amazing. They had the brownie. Didn't they have one more too?
Yeah, they had cinnamon rolls, bro, that were like melt in your mouth, getting head on a Friday night cinnamon roll, dude.
Better than Pillsbury. But no, what was your favorite pizza?
Oh,
You had some good ones.
yeah.
Well, didn't you get pasta? I feel like you
I got pasta a lot, yeah, bro. I loved their chicken Alfredo. That was what I was about to say. Their chicken Alfredo. It was like you could get. It wasn't even like Alfredo, bro. It was like the most watered down buttery Alfredo, like soup shit. But it was fire. You just splash that watery stuff on your pasta and throw some Parmesan cheese on it.
Dang, I might have to try that next time I go
Yeah.
there. Next time I can go
Yeah,
there.
it was gas, bro. And then, but no, my favorite pizza was probably, they had like a, it was just like simple, like pepperoni, bacon, like some meat pizza type thing.
Meat Lovers Pizza. I think I remember that one. I think it was like pepperoni, sausage, bacon, or something.
Yeah, some crazy shit.
My favorite one was the mac and cheese pizza.
True. Yeah, I could, yeah.
That was probably at the point in your life that it was too cheesy for you, though, huh?
Yeah, I definitely, still today, I wouldn't even be fucking with some mac and cheese pizza.
But it's so good, dude. It was seriously like the best cooked pasta. Like I like pasta kind of al dente, you know, and that's kind of how it was. Unless it's school mac and cheese, that shit's so good. I've said that during the podcast before. I fuck with school mac and cheese so heavy, but it's really soft. I would like it if it was al dente.
I only liked school mac and cheese when it was fresh that day.
Yeah. I think that's what it was too, because it made it the noodles were more firm. Whenever they were like it had been cooking in that thing, like if you had last lunch period or something, and that mac and cheese had been sitting in that hot pan for a while,
yeah.
it just like got like into like a soup. It was like more of like a mac and cheese soup because of how liquidy the noodles would become. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. For sure.
What school lunches were your favorite? Because I feel like that's highly debated.
Nachos to the day I die. Nachos in every school I've ever been to. Nachos were what I got absolutely every day. And then chicken sandwiches were fire, but one just would not do it. So like, it's like, how am I supposed to get one chicken sandwich? I could eat that in literally 5 minutes. So fuck that. Yeah, nachos, bro. I would do some things for some school nachos, like to this day. For real, dude. I really just want school nachos again. So good.
And it must have been like the most like fakest processed cheese ever. Like, you know, I know what it was. I know exactly what it was. You know at Walmart, how there's that little section of like the canned good aisle in Walmart's where it's got like bulk products, where it's got a can of fucking pickled jalapenos that are the size of your head, and like a mayonnaise jar that's like the length of your arm. And you're like, who needs that much? But it's probably for like restaurants. But they have a thing called, I think it's just called cheese sauce, and it's like a giant can of this thing, and it just says cheese sauce. That is what all schools buy. Every single school buys that from
Nah,
Walmart.
bro, that cheese was fire.
It was fire, but it's that fake ass like plastic cheese. You know what I'm saying?
It did get plastic if it sat there. There'd be a layer.
It did, legit. It turned solid.
No, there would be a layer of plastic on top, if a film, just a slight film.
Yeah, and you'd have to peel it off. And then the kids that would eat that, you never wanted to see them ever again after school.
Yeah, I know.
Like, what was their home life
For
like?
the kids that would just stir it in, or take it out and eat it. Yeah, a stir in I could get down with a stir in actually, but yeah, I would take mine off and just throw it out. Just done with it. I'm done. Yeah.
That's like the kids that would just eat gross shit just to see people's looks on their faces, and then you're just like, why did you just
Dude,
do
I
that?
remember one time I was in 3rd grade. This kid says to this other kid, "Hey, there's a piece of gum on your backpack," and the kid goes, "Oh snap!" Like turns around, he's like, "Oh snap, that's crazy, that's weird." And the kid goes, "You want to see me eat it?" And like takes it off his backpack and eats it. I'm like, "What are you doing, kid?"
You're just like, no one.
Yeah, he was.
Like, why?
Yeah, like why'd you do that though? I just don't understand.
And I remember in middle school there was this kid. I don't remember his name, but this kid chugged milk cartons. Like he just was seeing how many he could drink, and he drank like 8 and ended up throwing up and like got taken out of the lunchroom. And he drank so many, and then no one, like, there was no one asking him to. There was no one, like, no money behind, no nothing. He just did it, and it was just like his little contest, and everyone was just like, oh yeah, keep drinking it. But why? Why are you doing this?
He's just like asking kids, give me your milk, give me your milk, give me your milk.
Give me your milk. You're gonna drink that.
Chugging it.
You're gonna come up. You're gonna want to see this. Hey kid, you're gonna drink your milk. You're gonna want to see this.
White milk from school was always nasty too, bro. I always had to get the chocolate or strawberry.
I actually drank one the other day, and I was surprised at how like much I enjoyed it. Because I used to not fuck with I almost said vanilla milk, regular like whole milk or like whatever, just the not flavored milks at school. I didn't fuck with it at all. Always chocolate milk kid, and then sometimes strawberry milk. I was weird. I would get the same thing every day for like a week or two, or maybe a month, and then I would switch it and get a different thing every day for like, and then sometimes I just like switch it up, like with the milks. I would get chocolate milk every single day, and then like maybe once a week I'd get a strawberry milk, just to switch it up a little bit, you know what I'm saying?
I would do the same thing, honestly. Like, I could never get strawberry consistently, or maybe I could for like a week though, but it looked
like Pepto-Bismol.
Yeah, it probably was too. A little bit of it. A little bit of it in there. I don't know. Chocolate milk was fire though.
Yeah, it was so good.
Yeah. School breakfast too were fire.
Dude, those cheese sticks. I think Mom still gets them. I think sometimes from like Costco, like big things of like all connected like cheese stick things.
Ew.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, those were nasty. I always skip breakfast on them.
You didn't like? Oh, you don't like cheese like other people like cheese, but those shits were so good. Those were something that like, I think they would give you 2 every morning. Like that was your portion, but that was not enough. You needed like 6 to 8 of them things.
Yeah.
And people would like barter in the lunchrooms. You ever do that? Where like, you would need the cheese sticks, but then other people like really wanted the cheese sticks, but they didn't want their like chocolate milk. So you're like, yo, give me that chocolate milk. I'll get 2 of them, and then I'll give you my cheese sticks. Or like they do it with the fruit cups.
Yeah.
They'd be like, yo, I'll give you my fruit cups if you give me like your entree. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Or all the people that would get all the fruits and like side dishes and not eat them. And I would just like go around and be like, do you want that fruit cup?
Oh,
Do you
dude.
want that little icy?
Dude,
That, dude?
my best friends, like my favorite types of people in school were the kids like some girls or some people were like so, some kids they would bring lunch, but then they'd also like be eligible for free lunch, and like so they'd get it too just for like they want a drink, they want like the milk or whatever, so they liked one thing from it. And then I'd just be like,
I would see people do
yeah,
that.
dude, and they'd
just like throw the tray away.
Yeah, they'd have like extra lunch, so I'd be like, dude, let me get that. And so like those were the days when I'd be like banking, because I'd have like my nachos or whatever, and I'd have like 2 bags of chips and freaking double like meat and cheese. I'm like, let's go, dude. Those were the good times.
That was a good lunch whenever you'd get double nachos.
I know.
Shit.
And on pizza days too, you remember pizza at in our middle school? Pizza days on Fridays. It was like $5 for 2 slices. Bro, I used to I don't know if I've said this on the podcast either, but dude, I used to go in, be like, can I get two slices of pepperoni? Grab them, and then I'd straight turn around, because I was always the small kid, bro, so I'd straight turn around, head out the door, because it was always, big line for pizza day, and I'd just slide out.
You would
finesse, dude, and then I'd get right around, and I'd either like sell my pizza, I'd either sell the pizza, like right when I got out of the thing, or I'd stand right out there, because majority of the kids got $5. I knew this because their parents would just give them a $5 bill, because it was, you paid for 2 slices, it was $4 and then 50 cents for a drink, so they'd get $4.50 and they'd have 50 cents back. So you just stand outside that line, yo, can I get your 50 cents? Yo, can I get your 50 cents, bro? You'd leave with free pizza.
Yes.
You'd leave with free pizza, because I'd stand there and eat my pizza. And, like, stand there and eat my pizza. Yo, 50 cents, 50 cents. Nobody wanted to say no. So I got my pizza for free. And then I'm leaving. Didn't even have to bug my parents for pizza money. Or maybe I did and they still gave it to me, but I still finessed. And then I'm leaving lunch with, like, $12. Quarters. Straight sick, dude. Like, sick.
You got your little bag of change you throw over your
I'm like, all right, kids.
You're a G,
I'll
bro.
see y'all next week. same time next Friday.
Dude, Do we have a problem, bro? The things that we do for food.
I know, right?
I literally eat so much, bro.
Me too. I was just telling Bree the other day. I was like, I think I gotta start eating like a little healthier, like more whole foods, because I don't think I'm getting full. So I started eating more fruits and veggies. Nah, dude, I'm still eating all the time. Still, I'm eating.
you just eat the whole bag of apples.
Exactly. Yeah, just eat an entire bag of spinach in one day instead of like.
Bro, get this. So like I got, like my typical like regular little grocery shopping pickup trip just for having stuff for the house is like I'll have things like orange juice and like some whole food type stuff. And I got 2 jugs of orange juice, same ones I got you guys the other. I got those, and in one day both of them were drank because of how much we just like fill up cups of orange juice and drink them. And then I made guacamole last night. Big thing, 6 avocado guacamole. Like it was a lot of guac, and we killed that shit in one night. We all killed it last night.
Wow.
Because we just all started eating it, and then I put it on my burger and like this and that, and then this morning there was like a tiny little scrape left in the bowl.
Dang. Y'all went hard.
But that's just how we do it, man. That's just how we do it.
Man, that's just how y'all be getting down. I feel you.
Should we wrap it up? We've been we just ranted for a while about food and stuff, so we're almost at time now.
Man, yeah, we can wrap it up. But I want to tell all the listeners, anybody listening, watching, for real, thank you for rocking with us, man, even through these hard times. I hope everyone's staying safe out there.
Yeah.
And just
feel free to message us too, either of us, either of us or the podcast itself. Like if you want to like reach out just to like talk. I know we're all dealing with stuff and we're all really, really stressed in a lot of ways. So if you just need someone to talk to, like we're here.
Definitely.
Power of the internet.
Definitely. And if you if you have a camera and you have a computer and you want to be on an interview, you want to be on a podcast, hit us up. Because I'd like to start doing that too. It'd be cool. I don't know how long this is going to last, but it'd be cool to get people in here and still progress with what we're trying to do.
Yeah. And what we'll talk about it after, but we might be able to incorporate Zoom into like, because I think you can like you said, you can record the Zoom message, so we might be able to figure something out in the near future.
Definitely. So yeah, man. Yeah, just thank y'all for rocking with us. Hope y'all staying safe. Don't forget, we got new episodes coming at you every Monday. Follow us and like us on social medias, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and anywhere you listen to podcasts at City of Palms Podcast. And yeah, man, it's been real.
We're gonna be
It's
here.
been fun. We'll be here. Hit him with that outro song.